That's a toy logo.
Hi, Chris and Ken here with IPD, and we're really excited to introduce our new billet aluminum transmission torque mount. This is definitely an IPD exclusive. There's nothing else like it in the market. All you need is a couple of box end wrenches, get underneath your car, whether you use jack stands or a lift, a couple of bolts that hold on the factory mount, remove it from the vehicle, and you can replace ours. It's a direct fit. While I'm removing ours, I'm gonna let Ken go over some of the features of our new product that we just got done developing. So let's go ahead and get this thing out, and then I'll let Ken compare the two once we get this removed from underneath the vehicle.
The bushings in this assembly have a history of failure on these cars. One of the problems we've run into addressing this is that the bushings that are in the different assemblies have changed over the years. So it was very difficult for us to create a bushing that would go into all the different possible mounts. So what we've done is we have created from billet aluminum from scratch with our own polyurethane bushings, our own IPD heavy-duty transmission torque brakes. So Chris is almost done removing this from the car here. It takes a little muscle, but there's only 4 pieces of hardware that hold it in.
Now that I got the hardware removed off the factory unit, I'm going to pass this over to Ken so he can compare the factory piece to our HD billet aluminum unit that we just got done developing. And yeah, here you go, Ken, out of the car.
This really is a direct bolt-in replacement for these. You can see that we've replaced the entire assembly, including the H-brace between them, with billet aluminum, its logo, because it needs to say IPD on your car, and with solid polyurethane bushings. Does not have the air pockets in the bushings that are prone to tearing out on these. Even at its best, the factory torque mount was prone to a lot of flex. You can see that in the large end of the mount, there was substantial flex, and in the small end of the mount, there's a ridiculous amount of flex. This is actually a good mount. This is not broken. Now we wanted to remove that from the equation with our new heavy-duty mount, and so we went with these polyurethane bushings, which don't have anywhere near the side flex, but the brace still folds in the same direction as the factory mount. Since this portion is the soft one and the most common failure, we can sell separately the small portion of this mount, just the aluminum and polyurethane, to go with your factory assembly if you wish. For those of you that that's not enough, we have the complete billet assembly with polyurethane that bolts on. As you just saw, Chris removed the old mount with only 4 bolts. Let's install the new one.
Thanks, Ken. So the mount comes complete with all the correct hardware ready to go. The only thing that you're going to reuse is the actual portion that bolts up to the back of the transmission. You'll want to reuse those 2 bolts, but everything else is supplied with new nuts and hardware. So let's go ahead and get this in the car. So this is a very beautiful piece. So if you're one of the lucky ones who's got a mirrored floored garage, you could definitely show this off. But what we would like to say is that due to the variations in the aftermarket component and having to deal with the different sleeves and the different bushings that were pressed into those, it really didn't allow us to actually use our polyurethane mounts to upgrade the factory or the aftermarket components that were offered. That's why we really went into this unit and made it completely out of billet. It's functional, it's the best in the market, high quality, and hands down, it's just a gorgeous looking piece underneath the vehicle. So, and we had to finish it off with an IPD logo to let people know that you're running with the best components that we can put on your car. So, thanks again, and let us know if you have any questions. You can always give us a call or check out the website.